Hello, I am Merrie the Magickal Maeven, and I am in the Pure Essence Wellness Center in Traverse City, Michigan on 8th Street. Today, I'm going to talk to you about hematite stones. If you don't already know, there's crystals, gemstones that can help you on the physical level. Today, we're going to talk about the science of hematite, how it got its name, the lore, use it for physical and emotional healing, and of course the magic. I am Merrie the Magickal Maeven. So I love helping people on their magical journey. So I help people find their inner magic so they can have their most magical life. And today we're going to do that with hematite. Before we get too far, I have some hematite examples here. You can see shiny, very shiny, and use this one. These are bigger pieces. There you go. There, let's spin that around. There. Okay, now, so there's also magnetic hematite. Not really. No, it's just magnetized. So I will tell you from personal experience, hematite, like I had a ring and I stopped wearing it because everything I picked up would get stuck to my ring. I just stopped wearing it altogether. And then also I dropped it in a candle and the candle wax was all hot. So I used a butter knife to fish it out. At the end of the butter knife got magnetic. So just forewarned that you can make other things magnetic with magnetic hematite. All right, here we go. I got my notes. And speaking of notes, if you, because I'm covering a lot and you might feel overwhelmed, but don't worry. Just let me know that you want a copy of the cheat sheet. It'll be a condensed version and just be one sheet. So you can shoot me an email. My email is let me want a hematite cheat sheet. Boom, send it to you. Or you can send me a direct message. Either way works, works for me, and I will send it to you. So here we go. Here's the science behind hematite. Hematite, we have some vocabulary today. Hematite polymorph. So polymorph is an object or material that takes various forms. So hematite is a polymorph of magnetite crystals. Let's say it. Hematite is an iron oxide, and we're going to get into a lot of the iron aspects here in a little bit. Shapes, I'm not sure how to pronounce that one. So one of the shapes it'll represent a cluster of grapes, but it can be other forms like rosettes or layered plates. And it can also come in more like tubular shape. The color, that's still gray, okay? So basically shiny black. It can sometimes have a deep red spot, but it's usually that metallic, silvery, gray, blackish color. Okay, so the name, it hasn't always been known as hematite. So sometimes it's called volcanosite. So people would wear it as a necklace, and then there's just not a lot of information about volcano spit. Sorry about that. As far as the name hematite, hema, like hemoglobin, right? It used to be called bloodstone, but the bloodstone that you probably know looks completely different. It's nothing like hematite. So some of the lore can get kind of confuddled. So sometimes in your research, you might find that there's a bloodstone, okay? Hematite, when it's worked on a wheel, it bled and produced stains like blood, supposedly. It's great for blood disorders because it gets its name from the Greek word for blood. And the soft powdered mineral, red ochre, right? That's one of the forms and there was a superstition long time ago that hematite formed where there were battles. So there's a big battle, this blood seeped into the ground, and that's where hematite came from. They didn't know. And again, that's why I got confused with bloodstone. So it can be found various places over the, including the US, Brazil, Canada, Morocco, UK, Argentina. Throughout history, the hematite was used by Galen, which was a Greek physician, writer, and philosopher, for inflammation and headaches. It was used by Pliny, who was a Roman author and administrator for blood disorders. The Egyptians used it as a cure for hysteria. There's a Babylonian author whose name I can't even better pronounce. He asserted that hematite was a great talisman that you should wear, and, you know, for times that you were going to go before the king and petition something, or if there was a lawsuit, or if you wanted a judgment in your favor. It's also associated with Mars, and so warriors would rub their bodies with hematite to make them invincible in battle. So the energy is projective. Projective stones, they're energizing. They're great for healing, protection, exorcism, intellectual powers, luck, success, willpower, courage, and self-confidence. Let's try that again. Planet that it is associated with is actually Saturn. So Saturn stones are great for grounding, centering, protection, purification, luck. If you want to use any of those Saturn energies with your hematite, use a candle color like that's gray or brown. The element that's associated with is fire, which ties into Mars. So fire stones are great for protection, defensive magic, physical strength, magical energy, courage, willpower, purification. For that, use a candle color of red with your hematite. Your keywords: healing, grounding, and divination. So we're going to get into more of that in a little bit here. As far as astrological signs, hematite is associated with Aries, Virgo, Capricorn, and Aquarius. But honestly, you know how I always say, anybody of any astrological sign can use hematite, you're fine. The chakra, if you want to work on your base or root chakra, this is a great stone for that. So crystals for your base chakra, you can use hematite to help balance and heal that particular chakra. You can place it on the energy center. It's a little tricky for that one. So you might want to carry it with you or wear it on your body. You can meditate with your crystal. Put it under your pillow at night or next to your bed as you sleep to get those beneficial energies. Now, hematite is, it might not be your first choice for healing, but here's the cool thing. Hematite is known for healing itself. So if you take a hematite stone, make on it, and then rub your finger over it, chances are this will disappear. So that's why it's a real big go-to for healing. So let's talk about healing on the physical level. So here we go. Lots of stuff with the blood. So aids in absorption of iron in your small intestine, blood clots, blood, anemia, cramps. The iron in this mineral is obviously associated with blood, but also bones. So backaches, bone fractures, broken bones, achy bones. So you can wear a hematite ring to help if you have an achy back, or if you want to place it on your back, or if you have somebody that can help you take the stone up and down your spine. If it's possible for you to have it, it may be in a back pocket or something like that to help break through those blockages and get the energy moving, to get the healing started. It's great for MS, your hair and skin, kidneys, blood cleansing, tissue regeneration. But keep in mind, hematite is very energizing. So it might not be something that you want to work with right before you go to sleep, because you might be like, woo, too energy highs to actually fall asleep. Helps with disorders of the spleen. And Because it's energizing, great for jet lag. So something you can take when you travel. It's also great for air sickness. So if you're traveling in the air or on the sea, it's going to help with that queasy feeling, fever and sunburn. It's also great for mental dexterity with numbers. So if you're crunching numbers for whatever reason, if you're an accountant or if you're dealing with numbers for some other purpose, hematite's the stone for you. Now, on the spiritual and emotional level, courage and strength give you courage in time of need. Helps to alter your viewpoints so you can see things from a different perspective. Helps to attract love, a new love. Especially, I will say, anything you want to bring to you, I would use the magnetic hematite myself. And if you don't have it, that's fine. Hematite is hematite, but the magnetized hematite is going to help you quite a bit, drawing anything to you. Okay. Helps with low self-esteem, help with astral projection, going to draw illness away from your body. It's very grounding. So you're going to feel grounded, stabilized, more focused, more connected to the physical plane, restoring equilibrium and stability. Help you to see the positive aspect of things, including when you're going through grief, fear, anger, attachment, neediness. So you can leave all these negative feelings behind. It's also going to be great for balancing the yin yang, which is the male and female energies within each of us. That's also going to help bring about that balance. Is going to be great for the magnetism. So again, if you're looking for magnetism, grab magnetic hematite if you can get it. Obviously, it's available right here. Dexterity, flexibility, helps you to discover answers in meditation. Because when you're meditating, hematite is great to help you grounded. And then that way you can find the answers for your everyday life. And then hematite is great for just making things happen in general. Great for allowing mental processes to function, encouraging clear thinking, reducing stress, because if you're stressed out, you can't think straight. And then when you're stressed out, you can't sleep well, so that's going to help with your sleep as well. And now some magic. This is a great one for scrying, because you can, if you have a big enough, and it doesn't have to be ginormous, but if you have a big enough piece, if you're in a darkened room, you can light a candle, and then the candle flame will give you enough light to be able to see, but it's not going to be so jarring. And then being in a darkened room is going to help you to tune out everything else. That way you can really laser focus in on the stone. So just as you're gazing, ask your question, just let the answer come to you. All right, so that was a lot, but I know that's not everything that you could ever possibly do with hematite. So I want to hear from you. Please comment below, how do you use hematite? What are your experiences? Your successes, your failures, those kind of things, because that way other people can learn from you. And if, again, you want the condensed version of that on a cheat sheet, just let me know. Send me an email or direct message me. I can get that to you, lickety split. And if you feel there's someone out there that can benefit from the information in this video, please share this video. Also give a like, and I will see you in the next video. And until then, I say merry part and blessed be.